The hunters of the court of the seven-headed serpent are followers of the left-hand path. They stalk the primordial hinterlands of hell, where they hunt terrifying beasts and perform vile magics and auguries using the innards of their still-living prey to discern portents and omens. They follow the hidden paths, the secret ley lines that connect the eons-old shrines and ruins that still endure in the cancerous, tortured wilds of hell. The hunters haunt the remnants of kingdoms, the sites of ancient battles, and places of legend long forgotten by the scribes and cartographers of hell. In solitary rituals, the hunter makes appalling oblations before these forgotten shrines, genuflecting and making obeisance to enigmatic beings of awesome power whose names even the archdevils have forgotten. To arm themselves, the hunters perform strange rites upon their left arm, driving into it nails of infernal iron forged in the foundries of the city of Pandemonium. Their left arm grows into wicked shapes, often taking the form of a powerful hunting bow that fires arrows made from the hunter's own diseased blood. Such darts can be used for many purposes, killing their prey outright, paralyzing them, or causing them to see visions of their own demise. They wear the pale skins of the stargazing oracle beasts that wander the burning plains of hell in great herds. The eyes of the oracles are alive even after their death and watch out for their new master that wears their skin as a cloak. When called to war on Earth, the Devil Lords can really only hope the hunters answer to their summons, as the hunters do not always listen. They prefer the solitude of the wilds of hell, where they can ruminate upon its vile majesty and consider the orders from the princes of hell as suggestions at best. When one can be persuaded to join the hunt of the court on Earth, they can traverse the paths of no man's land just as easily as the wastes of hell, for the ley lines of hell are reflected upon the fallen creation, allowing the hunter to move unerringly through any terrain, find perfect ambush spots, and disappear into the shadowy spaces where the barriers between worlds are weak. They are experts at hunting and capturing mortal prey, and bringing them to the nobles of the hunt, or causing indescribable pain on humans that can be used to power the greatest of goetic spells. In such hunts they carry a tormentor chain as their other weapon of choice, a wicked hook with a barbed chain that extends and twists upon contact with flesh, capturing their target and ravaging them with pain, yet rarely killing them. The hunter mocks the fate of its prey while dragging it to slavery in the court, to be used as playthings whose pain and suffering elevates the infernal magic of its new masters. Wake up, babe, new Trench Crusade just dropped. So we have now the Hunter of the Left-Hand Path, which is doing more to personally make me feel like the Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent is absolutely my favorite visually and potentially lore-wise faction to date. I've always been, when I was a kid, when I was playing 40k, when I was playing Fantasy Battle, when I was playing Mordheim, it didn't matter. I was always Chaos, and this is really along those lines for me. I always loved things like the Possessed in Chaos, and this is just super interesting. So the left-hand path, what exactly is the left-hand path? In Western esotericism, left hand and right hand are considered to be opposing forces and approaches to magic. In many cultures, including Christianity, left hand has always been deemed to be kind of evil, and I believe, I might be wrong about this, but I actually believe that the Latin word for left-handed, or maybe just left, is actually sinister. I haven't checked that. I don't know why I wouldn't just check that before recording the video. It is what it is. But yeah, so the left hand is deemed to be the path that breaks from tradition and morality and embraces taboo and very much what the user themselves is interested in and wants. And you can see this echoing in the lore with the fact that these dudes, they don't even really give that much of a shit about what hell wants or what their so-called betters within the hierarchy want. These are very much individualists in hell. What a weird conversation to be having. And they don't seem to care too much. They will show up for the fun or the vibes, or when they're in the mood. They're not going to show up to fight just because somebody actually asked them to. I love the fact that this is essentially filling in the sniper role for the court, and doing so in a way that is still embracing this idea that they are a magically focused group, that they do operate in a different way than the rest of them. I love the hemiomancy, basically the blood magic that's going on with this guy as well. It is certainly very, very interesting. So yes, I don't want to drag this out for too long. I think this character design is absolutely wonderful. It's gross in just the right ways. It's embracing body horror without... Sometimes the problem with body horror is a degree of inherent fragility involved in those kinds of characters. This isn't that. This actually looks like a scout. It looks like somebody who's trying to hide, but they just look like it's impossible to hide from our eyes because of how disgusting and gross and out there the design is. But if I had to guess, I would say in the landscapes of hell, then this thing can probably blend right in. So the cloak idea itself is incredibly cool as well, to have that notion of equipment as an ally, and that it's not only is it trying to hide you, but it's also trying to watch out for any threats as well, is super cool. Yes, absolutely fantastic creature design. Once again, just absolutely digging on that arm a lot. That's a really cool kind of real world reference, because it is very prevalent amongst a lot of cultures where the left-handed people were kind of seen as evil somewhat. I have a lot of left-handed people in my family in the older generation, and they were actually very much mistreated in their school days by religious orders, because being left-handed was a tool of the devil. So yeah, kind of funky and definitely hitting close to home on this one. Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comments below.